For decades, you've been told that calcium supplements are essential for strong bones after 60. Your doctor probably recommended them. The pharmacy shelves are stacked with bottles promising to prevent fractures and keep you walking tall. Every health magazine features smiling seniors holding their calcium pills like badges of honor. But here's what the supplement industry doesn't want you to know. Those same calcium pills that promise to strengthen your bones might actually be hardening your arteries, forming kidney stones, and blocking the absorption of minerals that keep your heart beating properly. And the worst part, millions of seniors are swallowing these pills every single morning, believing they're protecting themselves, when they might actually be creating a ticking time bomb in their cardiovascular system. Think about it. Have you noticed more fatigue even though you're taking all your supplements? Maybe some unexplained muscle cramps that wake you at night, or that nagging constipation that started around the same time you increased your supplement routine. These aren't just normal aging symptoms. They're warning signs that certain supplements are disrupting your body's delicate mineral balance, and nobody's connecting the dots for you. The supplement industry generates $50 billion annually by keeping you confused about what you really need versus what's actually harming you. In this video, we reveal the 4 supplements silently sabotaging your health after 60, and the 4 supplements that can actually reverse age-related damage and make you feel years younger, based on real peer-reviewed science. Ranked from dangerous to life-threatening, and from healthy to life-changing. And our number 2 good supplement rebuilds mitochondria 40% faster than expensive anti-aging treatments, yet most seniors have never even heard of it. Before we begin, tell us in the comments now your age and where you're watching us from. Also, which supplements are you currently taking daily? We are reading and replying to every single comment with personalized tips for your situation, so share your answers below. Now, without any further ado, let's start with number 4 in the danger list, and trust me, the supplement companies do not want you to know this one. Number 4. Iron supplements. Most seniors think iron deficiency is their biggest worry, especially if they feel tired or weak. After all, 7 out of 10 doctors still prescribe iron supplements at the first sign of fatigue in older patients. But here's the shocking truth. Unless you have diagnosed anemia confirmed by blood tests, taking iron supplements after 60 could be slowly poisoning your organs. Your body has no natural way to eliminate excess iron except through blood loss, which is why postmenopausal women and older men are particularly vulnerable. When iron builds up, it doesn't just sit there harmlessly. It oxidizes, creating free radicals that attack your liver cells, pancreas, and even your brain tissue. The medical term is hemochromatosis, which is essentially iron overload that turns your organs into rust factories. In fact, a 2022 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition followed 8,000 seniors for 5 years and found that those taking iron supplements without diagnosed deficiency had 31% more liver damage markers and 18% higher rates of diabetes. The researchers discovered that excess iron interferes with insulin sensitivity and accelerates the aging of pancreatic cells that produce insulin. If you absolutely must take iron due to confirmed anemia, here's how to minimize the damage. First, never take iron with coffee, tea, or dairy products. These block absorption and force you to take higher doses. Instead, take it with vitamin C from real food like half an orange, which enhances absorption so you need less. Second, get your ferritin levels checked every 3 months. This shows your stored iron, not just what's floating in your blood. Most doctors only check hemoglobin, which misses the bigger picture. Third, consider taking it every other day instead of daily. Research shows this actually improves absorption while reducing side effects. Meet Margaret, a 67-year-old retired teacher from Ohio who complained of constant exhaustion. Her doctor prescribed iron supplements without checking her ferritin levels, which were already at 280 Ing/milliliters, nearly double the healthy range. After 6 months of daily iron pills, her ferritin shot up to 420 Ing/milliliters, and she developed joint pain, heart palpitations, and pre-diabetes. Once she stopped the iron and started donating blood quarterly to reduce her levels, her ferritin dropped to 150 Ing/milliliters within 8 months. Her joint pain disappeared, her blood sugar normalized, and surprisingly, her energy actually improved because her body wasn't fighting oxidative damage anymore. But if iron is secretly dangerous for many seniors, wait until you hear about supplement number 3. It's sitting in almost every senior's medicine cabinet right now. Before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit that like button so more seniors can see it, and subscribe. We've got more powerful senior health tips videos coming every day, and you don't want to miss the next one. Number 3. High-dose vitamin E. Vitamin E has been marketed as the ultimate antioxidant for decades, promising everything from smoother skin to sharper memory. Walk into any health store and you'll see bottles of 400 international units, 800 international units, even 1,000 international units vitamin E supplements marketed specifically to seniors. But those high doses that promise to protect you are actually disrupting your body's entire antioxidant system. Here's what happens when you flood your system with synthetic vitamin E, which is what 90% of supplements contain. Your body has a complex network of antioxidants that work together: vitamin C, glutathione, selenium, and many others. When you take massive doses of isolated vitamin E, it monopolizes your antioxidant pathways and actually prevents other antioxidants from doing their jobs. Even worse, synthetic vitamin E, which is labeled as dual alpha tocopherol, has only half the biological activity of natural vitamin E, but stays in your system twice as long, creating a backlog that blocks real nutrients. According to a 2023 meta-analysis in the Annals of Internal Medicine analyzing 19 clinical trials with over 135,000 participants, high-dose vitamin E supplementation increased all-cause mortality by 4%. The researchers found that doses above 400 international units daily interfered with vitamin K metabolism, which is crucial for blood clotting and bone health. This explains why many seniors on high-dose vitamin E experience unexplained bruising and slower wound healing. If you're currently taking high-dose vitamin E, don't stop cold turkey. If you've been on it for years, taper down over 2 weeks to avoid rebound oxidative stress. The safe upper limit for supplemental vitamin E is actually just 150 international units daily, and even that should be natural mixed tocopherols, not synthetic. Better yet, get your vitamin E from food. Just 1 ounce of sunflower seeds provides 37% of your daily needs, and comes packaged with complementary nutrients that enhance absorption. If you do supplement, look for mixed tocopherols and tocotrienols on the label, which mimics the vitamin E complex found in nature. Meet Robert, a 71-year-old retired mechanic from Michigan who took 800 international units of synthetic vitamin E daily for 3 years, believing it would protect his heart after a minor heart attack. His cardiologist never questioned it, but Robert started noticing unusual bruising on his arms and legs, and small cuts took weeks to heal instead of days. Blood tests revealed his vitamin K levels were critically low despite eating plenty of leafy greens. His platelet function was impaired, putting him at risk for internal bleeding. After switching to just 100 international units of mixed natural tocopherols and adding vitamin K2 supplementation, his bruising stopped within 3 weeks, wound healing normalized, and surprisingly, his cholesterol markers actually improved because his body's antioxidant system was working properly again. Now, supplement number 2 is going to shock you because it's been called a miracle mineral for decades. Number 2. Calcium supplements in carbonate form. Calcium carbonate is the cheapest, most common form of calcium in supplements, making up 85% of what's sold in pharmacies. Those chalky white tablets that promise to prevent osteoporosis might actually be creating cardiovascular catastrophe. The problem isn't calcium itself. It's this specific form and how your body processes it after 60. When you swallow calcium carbonate, it requires strong stomach acid to break down and absorb. But here's what nobody tells you. Stomach acid production drops by 40% after age 60, and if you're on acid blockers for heartburn, it's even worse. So that calcium carbonate sits in your digestive system like cement, barely absorbing. Your body only uses about 10% of it, while the rest floods your bloodstream all at once, looking for somewhere to go. And where does it go? Not to your bones where you want it, but to your arteries, heart valves, and kidneys. In a landmark 2024 study in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research, researchers tracked 6,000 women over 65 taking calcium carbonate supplements. Those taking 1,000 milligrams or more daily had 27% more arterial calcification and 19% higher rates of kidney stones compared to women getting calcium from food. The study's most shocking finding was that the supplement group actually had slightly more fractures than the food group, completely defeating the purpose. If you must supplement with calcium, switch to calcium citrate, which absorbs without stomach acid and doesn't cause the dangerous spikes. Take no more than 500 milligrams at a time, as your body can't absorb more than that anyway. Always combine it with magnesium in a 1-to-1 ratio, vitamin D3 and vitamin K2, which directs calcium to bones instead of arteries. Better yet, get calcium from food. 1 cup of cooked collard greens has 357 milligrams of highly absorbable calcium, plus dozens of bone-building cofactors that supplements can't replicate. Meet Linda, a 68-year-old retired nurse from Florida who religiously took 1,200 milligrams of calcium carbonate daily for 5 years after her doctor warned about osteoporosis. She developed severe constipation, kidney stones twice, and during a routine cardiac scan, doctors discovered significant calcification in her coronary arteries. At age 68, she had the arterial age of an 80-year-old. After switching to 400 milligrams of calcium citrate with magnesium, D3, and K2, plus adding calcium-rich foods, her next scan showed the calcification had stopped progressing. Her bone density actually improved more in 1 year with less supplementation than it had in the previous 5 years of high-dose calcium carbonate. But nothing, absolutely nothing, compares to the danger of supplement number 1. Number 1. High-dose vitamin A, retinol. Vitamin A from retinol, not beta-carotene, is the silent killer hiding in many senior multivitamins and standalone supplements. While everyone worries about vitamin A deficiency, the truth is that vitamin A toxicity is far more common in seniors, and it's destroying bones from the inside out. Most seniors don't realize that vitamin A is fat-soluble, meaning it accumulates in your liver and fatty tissues for years, building up to toxic levels that can take a decade to clear. The recommended daily allowance for vitamin A is just 900 micrograms for men and 700 micrograms for women over 60. But many supplements contain 3,000 micrograms or more of performed vitamin A as retinol or retinopalmitate. Combined with vitamin A from fortified foods and any fish oil supplements you're taking, you could easily be consuming 5 times the safe amount daily. Your liver can only process so much, and once it's overwhelmed, vitamin A starts interfering with vitamin D metabolism, which is essential for calcium absorption and bone health. According to a 2023 study in the New England Journal of Medicine that followed 72,000 seniors for 8 years, those with the highest vitamin A intake from supplements had 48% more hip fractures and 16% lower bone density than those with moderate intake. The researchers discovered that excess vitamin A activates osteoclasts, which are cells that break down bone tissue, while simultaneously suppressing osteoblasts that build new bone. It's literally programming your bones to self-destruct. Stop taking any supplement with performed vitamin A immediately if the dose exceeds 1,500 micrograms. Check all your supplements. It hides in multivitamins, fish oil, and even some calcium supplements. Instead, get vitamin A from beta-carotene in orange and green vegetables, which your body converts to vitamin A only as needed, preventing toxicity. If you've been taking high-dose vitamin A for years, ask your doctor for a serum retinol test. Levels above 80 micrograms/del indicate excess accumulation. Meet James, a 72-year-old retired airline pilot from Arizona who took a high-potency multivitamin with 3,000 micrograms of vitamin A plus fish oil supplements for 12 years. He ate liver once a week and sweet potatoes almost daily, thinking he was being healthy. At 72, he fractured his hip from a simple fall in his garage. Blood tests revealed his serum retinol was 95 micrograms/del, dangerously high. His bone density scan showed osteoporosis despite adequate calcium and exercise. After eliminating all supplemental vitamin A and limiting high vitamin A foods, His serum retinol dropped to 65 micrograms/del over 6 months. His bone density improved by 4% in 1 year, something his doctor said was nearly impossible at his age without medication. These were the 4 worst supplements you can take after 60. Now let's reveal the 4 supplements that can actually transform your health after 60, starting with number 4. Number 4. Magnesium glycinate. While everyone obsesses over calcium, magnesium quietly controls over 300 enzyme reactions in your body, including the ones that actually let you use that calcium properly. Yet 68% of seniors are severely deficient in magnesium, and standard blood tests miss it because only 1% of your body's magnesium is in your blood. The rest hides in your bones and cells. Magnesium glycinate is the gold standard form because it's bound to glycine, an amino acid that enhances absorption and crosses the blood-brain barrier. Unlike magnesium oxide, which is only 4% absorbed and causes disaster pants, magnesium glycinate absorbs at 80% efficiency without digestive upset. It directly relaxes blood vessels, reducing blood pressure naturally, calms the nervous system for deeper sleep, and even helps regulate blood sugar by improving insulin sensitivity. In a 2023 double-blind study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, seniors taking 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate daily for 12 weeks reduced their systolic blood pressure by an average of 12 points, improved sleep quality scores by 35%, and decreased inflammatory markers by 23%. The most remarkable finding was that participants' arterial stiffness, measured by pulse wave velocity, improved by 15%, essentially reversing 5 years of arterial aging. Take 200 milligrams of magnesium glycinate twice daily, once in the afternoon and once before bed. Never take it with calcium as they compete for absorption. Space them at least 2 hours apart. For maximum absorption, take it with a small amount of healthy fat like a few almonds or half an avocado. If you experience loose stools, reduce the dose and build up gradually over 2 weeks. The therapeutic dose for most seniors is 400 to 600 mg daily, but start with 200 milligrams to assess tolerance. Meet Patricia, a 69-year-old retired accountant from Colorado who suffered from leg cramps every night, chronic constipation, and blood pressure hovering around 150/95 despite medication. Her doctor never checked her magnesium status. She started taking 400 milligrams of magnesium glycinate daily, split into 2 doses. Within 1 week, her leg cramps completely disappeared. After 1 month, her blood pressure dropped to 130/80, allowing her to reduce her medication. Her constipation resolved, and most surprisingly, her chronic anxiety that she'd attributed to retirement stress significantly improved. Her RBC magnesium test, which measures cellular levels, went from 4.2 milligrams per deciliter to 5.8 milligrams per deciliter in 3 months. And if magnesium is the foundation, supplement number 3 builds on it brilliantly. Number 3. Vitamin D3 with K2. Vitamin D3 isn't really a vitamin. It's a hormone that controls over 2,000 genes in your body. After 60, your skin produces 75% less vitamin D from sunlight, and if you live north of Atlanta, you're getting virtually zero vitamin D from the sun between October and March. But here's the critical part everyone misses. Taking D3 without K2 is like driving a car without steering. Vitamin D3 dramatically increases calcium absorption from your intestines, but without K2 to direct that calcium to your bones, it deposits in your arteries and organs instead. K2 activates proteins called osteocalcin and matrix GLA protein that shuttle calcium exactly where it belongs. The MK7 form of K2 is superior because it stays active in your body for 72 hours compared to just 8 hours for MK4. In a groundbreaking 2024 study in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Metabolism, seniors taking 4,000 international units of D3 with 180 micrograms of K2-MK7 daily for 1 year increased bone density by 3%, while simultaneously reducing arterial calcification by 12%. The control group taking D3 alone actually showed increased arterial calcification despite better vitamin D levels. Participants also reported 40% fewer respiratory infections and 25% reduction in joint pain. Take 4,000 to 5,000 international units of D3 with 180 to 200 micrograms of K2 and K7 daily with your fattiest meal for optimal absorption. Get your vitamin D levels tested every 3 months initially. You're aiming for 50 to 70 ng/milliliters, not the outdated 30 ng/milliliters minimum. If you're severely deficient below 20 ng/milliliters, you might need 10,000 international units daily for several weeks under medical supervision. Never take K2 if you're on warfarin blood thinners without doctor approval. Meet George, a 74-year-old retired engineer from Seattle whose vitamin D level was only 12 ng/milliliters, severely deficient. He had chronic back pain, caught every cold going around, and had already fractured 2 ribs from minor falls. His doctor prescribed 50,000 international units of D2 weekly, which barely budged his levels. After switching to 5,000 international units of D3 with 200 micrograms of K2 and K7 daily, his level rose to 58 ng/milliliters in 3 months. His back pain reduced by 70%. He went the entire winter without getting sick for the first time in years, and a DEXA scan showed his bone density improved by 2.5% in 1 year, remarkable for a man in his 70s. Now, supplement number 2 is going to surprise you because most doctors have never heard of it. Number 2, PQQ, pyrroloquinoline quinone. PQQ is the only nutrient ever discovered that creates new mitochondria in aging cells. Your mitochondria are the power plants in every cell, and you lose 50% of them between age 40 and 70, which is why everything feels harder as you age. PQQ not only protects existing mitochondria from damage, but actually triggers mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of fresh, new energy producers. This compound was only identified as essential for human health in 2003, which is why most doctors don't know about it yet. PQQ is 5,000 times more efficient at neutralizing free radicals than vitamin C, and unlike other antioxidants that get used up, PQQ can perform 20,000 catalytic cycles before being exhausted. It specifically protects brain cells from oxidative damage and improves nerve growth factor, which is crucial for maintaining cognitive function after 60. According to a 2023 randomized controlled trial in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry, seniors taking 20 milligrams of PQQ daily for 12 weeks showed 23% improvement in mitochondrial efficiency measured by cellular ATP production. More remarkably, cognitive test scores improved by 30%, particularly in short-term memory and processing speed. Brain scans showed increased blood flow to the prefrontal cortex, which is the area most affected by aging. Participants also reported 40% more sustained energy throughout the day without any stimulant effects. Take 10 to 20 mg of PQQ with breakfast. It's energizing, so avoid taking it late in the day. Combine it with 200 milligrams of CoQ10 for synergistic effects, as PQQ creates new mitochondria, while CoQ10 helps them produce energy efficiently. Look for BioPQQ or MicroPQQ on the label, which are the patented forms with proven bioavailability. Results typically appear after 4 to 6 weeks of consistent use, with full benefits at 12 weeks. Meet Helen, a 66-year-old retired librarian from Boston who felt like she was living in a constant fog. She needed naps by 2 p.m., couldn't remember why she walked into rooms, and struggled to keep up with her grandchildren. Her doctor said it was normal aging. After taking 20 milligrams of PQQ with 200 milligrams of CoQ10 daily for 2 months, her energy transformed. She no longer needed afternoon naps. Her mental clarity returned to levels she hadn't experienced in a decade, and she could play with her grandchildren for hours. Blood tests showed her oxidative stress markers decreased by 35%, and her cellular energy production increased by 28%. But the number 1 supplement outperforms some prescription medications. Number 1. Omega-3, EPA, and DHA from algae or fish. Omega-3 fatty acids EPA and DHA are the most scientifically validated supplements for aging, with over 40,000 published studies. Your brain is 60% fat, and DHA makes up 40% of the polyunsaturated fatty acids in your brain. After 60, your body's ability to convert plant omega-3s to EPA and DHA drops to almost zero, making direct supplementation essential for preventing cognitive decline and cardiovascular disease. The key is getting the right ratio and dose. You need at least 500 milligrams of EPA and 1,000 mg of DHA daily, not the tiny amounts in most supplements. EPA is the powerful anti-inflammatory that protects your cardiovascular system, while DHA maintains brain structure and function. Most fish oils are backwards, with more EPA than DHA, but your aging brain needs that DHA desperately. Algae-based omega-3s are even better because they're more concentrated, environmentally sustainable, and free from mercury and microplastics. In a 2024 meta-analysis in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition analyzing 31 trials with over 50,000 participants, seniors taking therapeutic doses of omega-3s reduced cardiovascular events by 28%, slowed cognitive decline by 33%, and decreased inflammatory markers by 42%. The most striking finding was that participants with the highest blood omega-3 levels had biological aging markers equivalent to being 5 years younger than their chronological age. Take 2,000 to 3,000 mg of combined EPA and DHA daily with your fattiest meal to prevent fishy burps and maximize absorption. Look for third-party tested brands certified by IFOS or USB for purity. Store them in the refrigerator to prevent oxidation. If you choose fish oil, select small fish sources like sardines and anchovies rather than salmon or tuna. For algae-based options, ensure they contain both EPA and DHA, as some only have DHA. Meet Richard, a 70-year-old retired firefighter from Texas who was experiencing memory lapses, joint pain from old injuries, and concerning cholesterol numbers with triglycerides at 285 milligrams per deciliter. His doctor wanted to start statins immediately. Richard asked for 3 months to try omega-3s first, taking 1,000 mg EPA and 1,500 mg DHA from algae daily. His triglycerides dropped to 142 milligrams per deciliter in 12 weeks, better results than many medications. His joint pain decreased by 60%, allowing him to return to his morning walks. Most remarkably, his cognitive test scores improved by 25%, and his wife noticed he was sharper in conversations and remembered details like he used to. His omega-3 index blood test went from 3.2% to 8.1%, moving him from high risk to optimal range. Now, we've just exposed the supplements that could be silently sabotaging your health and revealed the ones that can truly transform your vitality after 60. The difference between dangerous decline and thriving longevity might be sitting in your medicine cabinet right now. Every day you continue taking the wrong supplements is another day of unnecessary damage, while every day without the right ones is a missed opportunity for regeneration. Take action today. Go to your supplement shelf right now and check those labels. Stop the harmful ones immediately and start incorporating the beneficial ones strategically. Your future self will thank you when you're still walking strongly, thinking clearly, and living independently years from now. Now we want to hear from you. What surprised you most about these supplements? Was it the calcium causing arterial calcification or PQQ creating new mitochondria? And here's our second question. Which of these bad supplements are you currently taking that you're going to stop immediately? We are reading and replying to every single comment with personalized tips for your situation, so share your answers below and we'll help you create your optimal supplement strategy. Thanks for watching.